Good morning, everybody. Well, it's morning for me. I am Miss Barbara, and I'm really happy to be here with you again to share another lesson for our Sunday school program at Unity Church of Austin. Today, we are going to talk about living joyfully in the moment. So let's start with our affirmation. I'll say it first, and then if you can repeat it together with me twice more, that would be great. I choose to live joyfully in this moment and to let go of all worries. I choose to live joyfully in this moment and to let go of all worries. I choose to live joyfully in this moment and to let go of all worries. So I'm going to read a couple of quotes and give you just a minute or so to think about them. And then we have a story. So actually, I think I'll start with, we have a Bible verse and then a couple of quotes. Okay, here we go. So this one is from Luke chapter 6, verses 36 through 37. Be merciful, just as God is merciful. Do not judge, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, will be put into your lap. For the measure you give will be the measure you get back. And another from Matthew, chapter 6, verse 25. Therefore, I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat, or what you will drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothing? There's so many good ones here. I'm trying to, we'll do two more. This one attributed to the Buddha. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. That's what we'll be talking about today. Concentrating on right now. Okay, we'll stop there. Those are good ones. Those are all good ones, right? So let's just jump into our story. It's called The Gift of Solomon. Frederick never stayed in one place long because whenever something bad happened, he picked up his pack and left. But before he went, he always found a stone and added it to his pack. He traveled through the country of King Solomon, carrying his pack of stones and leading a mule loaded with another heavy pack. They were resting by a stream when a horse and rider approached. Frederick was unaware that the rider was the king of the land, so he did not get up or bow. King Solomon was known far and wide for his wisdom and courage. People also remarked on his ability to be calm under all circumstances and compassionate to his enemies. He seemed never to carry a grudge from the past and faced each day with fresh enthusiasm. On this day, he was enjoying a ride through the sunny countryside, and he stopped at the stream for a refreshing drink. Good day to you, young sir. I'm sorry to intrude on this peaceful moment. We only want a drink. The king dismounted, and he and his horse thirstily drank from the clear stream. Frederick replied, help yourself. The stream is here for all. It is peaceful, but the last time I stopped at the stream, it was far from peaceful. I'll tell you about it. Then Frederick opened his pack and pulled out a stone with marks on it. He began to read the writing on the stone while King Solomon listened. We were sitting by a lovely little stream when a young deer bounded out of the woods and across the stream. Water splashed all over me and my lunch. Then a crow flew from the sky and snatched my sandwich in his beak and flew away with it. I was very angry and wet and hungry. You recorded your experience on the stone? The king inquired as he walked up to the pack mule with amazement. Yes, I always do, Frederick replied. He pulled out another stone of the pack and read, Today my feet are cold and wet. It has rained all day and I am tired. That was awful. My feet actually ache when I read that. And here's another. A mean dog chased me down the path today and I was frightened. Whenever I read that one, I have bad dreams. The king stroked the mule's soft muzzle and asked, What of the happy times you must have had on your journeys? Oh, I carry those too. He read another stone. A kind woman fed us a delicious supper. I compare every meal I have to that one, and nothing is as good as it was. King Solomon looked at Frederick with kind eyes and said, There are many stones here. It must get to be a heavy load. Frederick sighed and nodded his head. I bought the mule so I could carry them all. I thought about writing on paper, but stones cannot be burned or blown away by the wind. King Solomon considered all the experiences he had had as a king and the load he would have to carry if he put them all in stone. He wanted to help Frederick, so he made a proposal. My young friend, I will lighten your load, and I promise you a great gift if you agree to meet me here again in 3 months' time. I offer you this gold ring in exchange for your packs and your mule. Just look at the ring each time you feel the need to carry another stone. The king offered his large gold ring and took the reins of the mule from Frederick. When Frederick saw the royal crest on the ring, he realized this was King Solomon. He knew he could trust the king to keep a promise, and Frederick agreed to the intriguing proposal. As the king took the heavy load away, Frederick felt empty and scared. He had the urge to pick up a stone to carry, but he looked at the ring instead. There was writing on it he hadn't noticed before. The words were, This too shall pass. Frederick traveled the countryside for 3 months and had many experiences. He twisted his ankle and couldn't walk for a few days. When he pulled out the ring and read, This too shall pass, he rested and knew the ankle would heal. He sat on a hilltop and wished the glorious sunset would last forever, but he read the ring and knew he could not make it last by wishing. He was able to travel far and wide without the heavy stones, but he found his way back to the stream when 3 months were gone. King Solomon was there waiting for him. Frederick bowed and offered the ring back to the king. I thank you, sir, for the ring and the wisdom it offered. I have no desire to take back the stones I gave you. I feel free within the burdens from the past. I feel free without the burdens from the past. But I'm still puzzled. When I'm in pain, the thought that this too shall pass makes my heart glad. When I am happy, the thought this too shall pass makes my heart sad. Must I always be changing from one to the other like a yo-yo on a string that never stops? The king replied, you are ready for the gift. You are ready for the gift I promised you. He took a coin from his pouch and handed it to Frederick. Frederick looked closely at the shiny gold coin. It was very old and worn smooth from the years of rubbing between royal fingers. It also had some writing on it, and he had to look carefully to read the words. I have only this moment and the choice of how to use it. Frederick felt the warm sun on his back and heard the happy music of the stream as he bowed and chose to fill the moment with gratitude to the wise king. We have a few questions here. What do you think you would have done if you had been in Frederick's place and King Solomon had offered you the ring? I think it was kind of hard for Frederick to let go of his stones, all of his recorded memories, right? It sounded like it was kind of hard, but he was persuaded because he recognized that it was the king that was making this offer to him. I wonder what you would have done. How do you think Frederick's life changed after his meeting with King Solomon? What do you think? Sounded like he was freer. He traveled far and wide. Yeah. He used that ring to let go of the things that didn't help him on his journey, right? I wonder what you think. How did his life change after his meeting with King Solomon? Then the last two questions are, I hope that you'll spend a little bit of time thinking about them. They're really good. What do you worry about? What do you worry about? It's so great that this Sunday school lesson came this week, because at my house, with my kiddos, we've just been talking about how we worry and what we worry about and what we can do to maybe fill our minds or point our minds in a different direction than worry. How can you let go of those worries? Do you take anything away from this story that would help you know how to let go of the worries that you collect, like we all do in our lives, or that you focus on? Maybe the message of that ring, this too shall pass. And the message of the stone that King Solomon, coin rather, not stone, coin, at the end of the story. We have a choice, right? We have a choice in every moment where we focus. I have only this moment and the choice of how to use it. It's such a good thing to remember. So we'll close now. There's just one more little part here that I thought was a nice thought. It's about rainbows. Because you have to be in the right place at the right moment to observe a rainbow. It is the perfect example of appreciating the present moment. Rainbows are beautiful, but they only last a short while before fading away. Each one is unique, just as each moment is a unique opportunity for joy. I hope you can go into this week looking for those opportunities for joy, finding yourself present in each moment. And as you find yourself thinking about the past or maybe worrying about the future, remembering that you are so powerful and have so much, you have choices, right? Choices about what you focus on. And if you can make it a practice finding that joy, you'll be rewarded for that. It will be a blessing. So we, your Sunday school teachers at Unity Church of Boston, we hope that you're doing well. We think of you often, we love you, and we miss you. And let's end with our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. And the presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. Until next time.